Hello everyone and welcome back to your yoga practice. This video is about exercises to help posture. One of the main keys for posture is having good strong buttock muscles, gluteus muscles, in order to help to hold the basin of the spine. The other is to have the chin back, and that happens very much from having the shoulder blades back and down and releasing in through the fronts of the shoulders. So we're going to start with on the back, and I've got the video nice and close so that we can see the exercises. And you're going to come right down onto your back and begin by drawing both knees into the chest to do a gentle low back stretch. Now the elbows are bending, shoulders are back, and breathe in and out through the nose to begin to warm up in through the low back. And you might even pull the tailbone in far. So I'm bending the knees so much I'm pulling the tailbone up off the floor. And then you can let your left leg straighten, draw the right leg in, and again the elbows are bending and you're pulling that knee in. And then you can gently release. Take the left leg up, pull that knee in, elbows are bending. Let the shoulders be resting back and get a good stretch. You might even feel this in the opposite side of the low back, so just notice if you do. And then once again, take the right leg up. See if you can notice the difference. You might notice on one side you feel more of a low back stretch, one side you feel more of a hip stretch in through the buttock. So just be aware of the difference on each side and then release that leg. And once again, draw the left leg up, just letting the elbows bend and pulling that knee in really snug. And then you can gently release the leg. Okay, now we have both knees coming up. This time, pull the knees in wide and potentially stay here, or if you can, draw the toes back, reach the heels to the ceiling, hold on to the shins or the low legs, and pull the legs in wide outside the rib cage. Now I'm going to hold the feet because I've got short legs and it's a piece of cake, so just notice if you can grab a little lower. And here again, we're coming into a good strong low back stretch. Now from there, you cross the left ankle on top, and once again, hold on to the tops of the shins or the feet. I'm crossing my palms on top, and then pulling the ankles down to come into a low back stretch, coming right into the sacrum, right into the tailbone. And the elbows are bending to the outside, and you're breathing fully in and out through the nose. And then you recross. And here again, you grab onto the ankles and you're pulling to the outside. The elbows are bending out. And stay with your breathing. And then you can gently release the legs. Okay, we've done a nice gentle stretch through the low back. Now let your heels down. And then you can roll over to your right side and come on up to all fours position. So you're going to bring the hands right underneath the shoulders into tabletop position. The knees are apart, you're pressing the tops of the feet down, and we'll gaze ahead and slide the shoulder blades down. So that's this kind of activation. And then press the tops of the feet down, especially the baby toe sides, so that you can get the tailbone drawing down. Now, take an in-breath and press the palms into the floor. Lift the chin slightly, gaze up with the eyes, take an in-breath, and then exhale and round the spine and press the tops of the feet into the floor. And then breathing in, come into a flat back position. We're not lifting the head. And tip the tailbone up, so you're arcing the low back. And then exhale and round. And it feels like you're pressing your palms right through the mat into the floor. And then breathing in again, slide the shoulder blades down, gaze ahead, tipping the tailbone up, and then exhale and round the spine. So you've got this nice warm up for your low back. And then you're going to come back, and this time lift the eyes, lift the chin, arc the back, tipping the tailbone up, and then exhale and round the spine. And again, it feels like you're pressing your palms through the floor. Okay, we're going to increase the stretch by drawing the body down into a lying position. And I'd like you to take your hands right beside the chest. So the thumbs are directly about at the nipple height. just a little bit above nipple height. And then you're pressing the elbows in. Now the tops of the feet press down, and you want to really reach the legs out so that you're opening through or you're getting the longest possible spine. Now the elbows come back, and it's gonna feel like you're pressing your palms, like pulling them towards you, but you stay put and you press the palms down, gaze ahead, and keep the eye straight ahead without lifting the chin. And the elbows press into the torso. Press the tops of the feet down and breathe in and out. Now you'll actively feel the low back working as the tailbone is being pulled down by the tops of the feet pressing down, and press into the palms as you gaze ahead. And you're opening through the fronts of the shoulders, and the legs are active. And then you come back down. Do that one more time, pressing into the palms, bring the elbows back towards the body and into the body, knitting them into the sides and pressing into the palms. And again, it feels like you're pulling your palms back. And then you gently release down. Now take an in-breath and bend and lift. So push into the palms, lift, and child's pose back, releasing the forehead to the mat. And let your head completely go as you release and lengthen in through your low back. The palms are reaching out, you're really palming the mat, and you've got the maximum length underneath the shoulder blades, so the palms are way out there. And then you breathe in and you come back up. Okay, we're gonna come all the way down again. And this time you're gonna take your fingers to the outside edges of the mat. Now you're coming into fingertips. And as you press the tops of the feet down, and you can reach the feet out again, you're going to press into the fingers and keep the elbows winging back. So the shoulder blades will press down as opposed to push forward. And you'll breathe in and gaze straight ahead. And as you press the tops of the feet down, pull up through the upper ribs. So the ribs knit in, and that's kind of that half a giggle, that little so you're pulling in, and that'll help to get that activation of the ribs. And then you're going to turn to your left and I'll show you this direction. You're going to turn to your right, let's do that, and then pull your left elbow forward. Now lower down, keep reaching out, so slightly lift the chin, coming down, and then turn back to the center. Breathe in, come up, pressing into the fingers, gazing ahead. Turn to the left, let the right elbow come forward as you come, keep this elbow up, and lowering down. Turn to your center again. Breathe in, lift, elbows are back, and then turn to the right, left elbow, shoulder forward, lower to the floor, breathing fully. Breathing again, lifting, turning to the left, and of course coming up just as much as your back gives you. So the whole time you're listening to your spine, meaning here, if you're coming up like this and you feel the low back tightening, stay right there, and then turn to the right, and then drop the elbow forward to slowly lower. Turn to your center, and again, you might come up part way like this. Turn to the left, let that shoulder elbow fall forward as you lower, and then coming back to the center. Now take a moment to rest by taking the forehead to the arms and release the weight of the head down. So all of those exercises are helping to activate the muscles along the base of the spine, as well as the rear of the shoulder blades. Now, to help to activate through the buttocks, I want you to take a press of the elbows down and then lift through the rib cage and pull the rib cage forward. Now, let the body, the belly back down, and then take the left leg up and press the right foot down into the floor. Now, flex the foot, and then as you press the right foot down in the floor, feel like you're pressing a brake and reach out through that left heel. Now press into the elbows evenly, so not tipping to one side, and gaze ahead and keep that left heel reaching out. That's it. Actively reaching, isometric exercise, reaching out, and then make circles about 4 inches as you reach that heel out. And you're pressing that opposite right foot down, and then come up in the opposite direction. So you're reaching that heel out. You're still pressing the elbows down to stay open through the shoulders, and that heel circles out, reaching out. So you want to have the leg quite straight. Try not to bend and soften the knee too much, but more of a reach like you're pressing a brake with the heel. And then come down. Here we go. Press the left top of the foot down. Reach the right heel up. Flex the foot. Lengthen out through that leg. Keep pressing the top of the left foot down. And then reaching circles. Keeping that left foot pressing down and keep reaching out with the right heel and pulling up from the torso. So your breathing is steady. Keep that reach out through the heel. Stay long through the torso. Other direction, keep the reach out through the heel the whole time so you get the activation of the buttock. Shoulders are back, so try not to push forward like this, but back. Keep that reach out through the heel and then coming down. Now press into both elbows and then from there gaze ahead and press the shoulder blades down. Looking up now, press through the palms, press the tops of the feet down, coming into cobra and keep the shoulders down. And then gently lower. Great. One more time, breathing in, come up, press the elbows, then potentially straightening the elbows, gazing ahead, shoulder blades are down, press the tops of the feet down, lifting from the rib cage, and then you can gently release, come down. Okay, now let's do a counter stretch. So take the hands beside the chest, take an in-breath, elbows back, and then come back up into your child's pose, pulling the bum bones back. Release the forehead down, lengthening through the spine. Stay with your breathing. Releasing the weight of the head. And then you can come on slowly back up. Okay, very good. Now, the next exercise to help isolate in through the buttocks, we're going to take the body down again. And this time, take the arms alongside the body. We're going to work the upper spine as well as the buttocks. But the main thing is that you get this sense of really reaching long through the torso rather than up like this. So here's how that happens. You move the hands towards the feet, and then you take the feet up off the floor and softly point the toes. So you don't have to go strongly, just enough to lengthen out the tops of the feet. And then on the in-breath, move the hands towards the feet as you lift, and then see if you can take the legs out. And if it's too much, you can lower the upper body down, come to the chin, and keep the legs reaching out. If you can stay up, the hands would move towards the feet, and then you take the legs out and come together. And you're going to feel if that's okay, even working in through the sacral area, the low back. So make sure it's okay to bring the legs wide and then to come back together. The hands move down towards the feet, and you're reaching wide and then back together. And wide and back together, opening and closing the scissors. The hands keep on reaching down towards the feet, and we've got 8 more, and together. Keeping the upper rib cage lifted, shoulders relaxed, but push the shoulder blades back, so not bunching up by the ears. Keeping the breathing constant. Keeping that pull up from the upper rib cage. And we've got 2 more. Keep the hands reaching back. And last one, reaching out and come down. That's so good. Now, bending the knees, come up, right back into your child's pose. We're going to do a release of the low back. Tuck the toes under if you can, and you can reach back and pull the toes under a little further. Now from there, take an in-breath. Exhale and softly, gently round the spine. So you want to let the head dangle and get space in between the shoulder blades. Breathing in and out from the nose. And you stay in the rounded position. The head is heavy and you're looking back. Getting lots of space in between the shoulder blades. Good. And then come back into seated position. And the next stretch that we'll do is to come right into the hip flexors in here. Now there's many ways to stretch the hip flexors. I'm going to show you a really strong stretch. And I think this will be one of the best ones based on the previous exercises we've just done. You're going to take the right elbow under, and it comes right under the right shoulder. Then you take your opposite left foot up, grab onto the toe base, pull the toes in, and try not to let the foot or the ankle or the knee come out. So you want to keep the knee tight and close to the body, and then press into the elbow, send the elbow back, press the opposite right foot down, breathe in, and stay with your breathing as you keep that elbow coming back. Now, the tailbone is being pulled down by pressing the right foot down, and you keep on pulling that ankle in so you open up strongly through the quad. Now press the left hip forward. So you're pressing the left front pocket area down as you lift, and you're opening through the chest. Keep that right foot pressing down, breathing fully. This left elbow stays high, and then gently release the leg. Now take the left elbow down. Here we go, press the right foot up, pull that leg in, press the left foot down, lift from the rib cage, pulling the foot in, lifting and lifting. Keep the knee coming in to the side of the body, so you're not letting the ankle or the knee come out. Press into the elbow, drawing that heel in, lifting from the rib cage, and press the right hip forward as the left foot keeps pressing as well. So you're getting a really good stretch there. And you're breathing steadily. Breath, breath, and then gently release. Okay, one more time. We're going to child's pose. Take the hands beside the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, come back. Release the forehead to the floor. Getting the palms forward. And then gently on your next inhale, breathe in and come back up. Okay, we're going to do a counter stretch for opening up in through this area and opening through the back. So we'll take the left foot forward, take the right heel across, coming into spinal twist, and you're going to pull the right knee in, draw that left elbow down quite low, so you're not up here, and then you'll take the right arm up, rise and twist and turn, and then turn the thumb out, taking the palm down, press the palm into the floor, and then push close to the torso and gaze over the right shoulder. Now you keep the lift in the spine, so you want to stay at the front of the bum. Try not to roll back, and get that lift so you're really lifting and turning. And feel the weight evenly through both bum bones as you get that lift from the base of the spine, and twist. And then you can come back to your front, and you're keeping your frame, and then you can take the right leg forward, stay to the front of the bum. So again, attempt not to sit back if you can. And then taking that left leg up, coming to the front of the bum bones, pull that left leg up, bring that right arm down low, lift from the rib cage, pulling up, shoulders down, and then you can take that arm around, press the palm in really close to the torso. Keep this right foot reaching out, and as you gaze back, keep pressing the palm down into the floor to lift you from your rib cage. And I find I like to do little wiggles just to make sure the neck is free and to really pull up through the rib cage. So you're stretching the skin up from the low back. You're lifting from the spine as you press the palm down and turning and gazing back. And again, feel the weight on both sides of the bum. Pulling that knee in strongly, really rising from the ribs, and then you can gently come on back and release that leg. Good, uncross the leg, and then lowering down, come down onto your back gently, and pull the knees into the chest one more time. Now we take the heels into the air, And once again, holding on to the low legs, or you might hold on to the feet. Bend the knees to the outside and come into your breathing as you bend well through the knees to tip the low back up off the floor. Your shoulders are free. And then take a deep breath. Now, see if you can bring your feet towards the head side a little more. And if you're here, that's great too. You can reach the feet in a straighter version, up and over, plow-like, and get that length in through more the hamstrings at the top. And if you can bend the knees, let the knees bend to the outside as you bring your feet towards the head side of the body. And then you can gently release. Now, you can roll over to your left side and then draw right up to seated position. And the last exercise that I want to do today is to work on drawing the shoulder blades back and down. So I want you to have the arms come out to the side and to press the shoulder blades back, squeeze them together, and also press the head back. So here we are from the side. You can have your legs in front for this. I'm going to stay in a sitting position. And you have the elbows coming back. It's okay if they need to be forward a bit. And you squeeze the shoulder blades back, and you pulse back, and you also press the head back a bit. So making sure that as the shoulders come back, you stay back, the head, the neck, and you do a little press back, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other and down. So depressing them and squeezing them together, and breath. Keeping the press, keeping the press. So it's a constant squeeze and then gently release. Okay, so those are the exercises that I would recommend for the upper back and also for the glutes to fire up. Okay, enjoy.